Hello, I'm Lorene Sauro, a certified functional nutrition practitioner, and this is our sixth episode in our series, Evidence You're Underfeeding Your Gut. And today we're going to talk about why fiber alone is not enough. If you read anything about gut health or anyone speaking as an expert on gut health, you hear them talk about fiber and how, that is what you eat to feed your gut. Except it's far more complicated than that. And the word fiber also is complicated because there's more than one type of fiber. So that's what we're talking about today so that we can have a better understanding as to what our gut is looking for. Here we go. We're going to talk about why fiber alone isn't enough. So fiber is often presented as the solution for gut health. And it's always, you hear, eat more fiber and everything will improve. But many people already eat fiber and still struggle with bloating, irregular digestion, cravings, or low resilience. They could also be constipated. There's many other symptoms that could occur as a result of eating fiber. That's because fiber is important, but it isn't the whole picture. Fiber deserves its reputation. It feeds gut microbes, it supports stool formation and motility, it helps regulate blood sugar, and it contributes to short-chain fatty acid production. Those are all great things. But fiber has become the only lever people are told to pull. And that's where the problem begins. Why fiber alone often backfires. Why, when fiber is increased without context, digestion can feel overwhelmed, bloating and discomfort increase, symptoms worsen instead of improving. And this isn't because fiber is the problem. It's because the ecosystem isn't prepared to handle more of it. You need the microbes in your gut to be able to handle the fiber in order to benefit from it. And they have to be there, the ones specific for that particular type of fiber, whatever type of fiber you might be choosing. Fiber feeds some microbes, but not all. And this is something we have to get used to because we're hearing, just like fiber, we're hearing a generic term like prebiotics too. It's not one size fits all, okay? So every microbe prefers certain types of foods and elements in food, and this is true for fiber as well. Different microbial families need different inputs. Fiber primarily feeds certain fermenters, so species that are fermenting what they receive, which would be, in this case, fiber. But other microbes rely on polyphenols, fats, amino acids, bitter compounds, fermentation byproducts, so what's available in fermented foods. When fiber is the only focus, many microbial families remain underfed. People are often told add more fiber, add it quickly, add it daily. But more fiber doesn't automatically create diversity. Without variety, layering and microbial signals, so that's what we're aiming for, is for our microbes to produce the right signals and for our foods to communicate to the microbes with the right signals. Fiber alone can narrow the ecosystem instead of strengthening it. Why fiber needs more support? Fiber works best when it's paired with fats that support mucosal access, polyphenols that signal different microbes, fermented foods that introduce metabolites, and small amounts of diverse fibers instead of large doses of one type of fiber only. Something to be aware of if you're buying fiber supplements. Fibers don't work in different fibers. Remember, there's more than one type of fiber. I mean, we use this term so generically, but there's more than one type of fiber. They don't work in isolation. They work in relationships. Fiber is part of the foundation of gut health, but foundations need a structure built on top of them. Without layering and diversity, fiber can feel irritating, tolerance can decline, resilience, of course, is not going to improve. And this is why some people feel worse when they do everything right. What works better than more fiber? Instead of focusing on quantity, use smaller amounts. You vary the fiber sources. So that is easier done when you're doing it through food because you can eat different foods. Layer different food types so that you're getting the cross-section of different types of signals from the food for the microbes so they can do their job. And include color, fats, and flavor compounds because this is where a lot of the signaling is going to come from. This approach feeds more microbial families and not just the ones that love fiber. If fiber hasn't helped you the way you expected, that doesn't mean that fiber failed you, or your gut is broken, or you're doing it wrong. It usually means fiber was asked to do the job it can't do alone. Fiber matters, but it's not the whole story. And gut health improves when we stop chasing single solutions and start supporting the ecosystem as a whole. So we have to understand everything that the gut is looking for. This layered, non-restrictive approach is part of the framework I teach in my free training, the 4-step framework to build a resilient gut and a healthier you. So you may want to check this out as a means of really seeing what it is that you can do for yourself with regard to your gut and the conversation surrounding fiber and other food substances that will feed the gut. Just check the link below, and yeah, I think you'll find it fascinating. If you find this information helpful, please check out my other videos that help explain what your gut microbes are looking for. And if you want a step-by-step framework to build microbial capacity comfortably, the gut balance method is linked below as well, or you could use this QR code to find out more details. Hit subscribe and like if you want more content like this, and I'm happy to provide it.